guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is our top most anticipated movies of 2019.
Woo!
We can't rank movies you haven't fucking seen, Greg!
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch!
We're not going to actually rank them. We're just going to talk about some movies that we're mostly excited about. So our first movie is Jordan Peele's Us. The trailer just came out, and that song has been fucking stuck in my head nonstop. I got 5 on it. Bam, boom, bam, boom. When I wake up, when I go to sleep, when I eat my Cheerios, when I fuck my wife, every single time it's stuck in my head.
It's like a 1:30 in the morning kind of fucking thing too when you're eating Oreos. Like, I got 5 on it. It looks like a doppelganger kind of story where the family is attacked by seemingly clones or something of themselves. It looks fucking amazing and cool as shit. I gotta say, like, Jordan Peele, again, one of the cooler dudes out there that are bringing unique storytelling to the horror community.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing because he was successful with Get Out, so that means studios are going to pump money into his original projects. And you're scared of that sophomore slump, dude, but once that trailer came out, that put everything I was scared of to ease. That movie looks scary as shit. It looks like a good time in the crotchal region. Next up, we're starting with the more obvious stuff. We got It Chapter 2. Obviously, we're all jacked to the tits about this movie. You get to see the kids grown up, and the Chapter 2 of the original It was probably the worst part for sure.
Like, in the original, in the miniseries. In the book, it's great, but, realizing Stephen King's vision on screen with the limited budget that they had in the 90s with that miniseries was hard to fucking do, so you got an arachnid, goddamn B-movie monster coming out and attacking the kids with their butt spinner. This time, based on what the novel and how they described the final confrontation and battle with Pennywise is actually done really well in the novel, so the money, the studio behind it, everything, it's going to be great.
Jessica Chastain, fucking,
Patrick Wilson.
Charles.
You're always sorry, Charles. There's always a speech, but no one cares.
So next up, we got Godzilla, King of Monsters, and Jay, whatever you do, don't try to name any of the monsters.
Mothra. Ooh, what the fuck? Is that Mothra? I know, yeah. I'm sorry, again. Mike and I enjoy Godzilla, but because I only know fucking Godzilla. I know Mecha Godzilla because the goddamn thing was made out of robot parts, and I know King Kong. But I'm sorry if I get it confused about the other fucking monsters that have existed since the mid-60s. You sons of hoes! Is that Mothra?
It looks fucking amazing, and we're all excited about it. We're like, oh, is that this person? Is that person? And people in the comments ate our asses. Yeah. They were like, how dare you? What do you not fucking know everything about the Godzilla universe?
That's fucking Trilacotons. Like, what?
The thing about Godzilla for us is, and we're both on the same wavelength here, is that we both get really jacked to see these movies. It's an entertaining spectacle. Do we know the entire history and lore? No, but that's the fun of them. You don't really have to. It's a fun fucking monster movie. And dude, I saw the trailer for this when I went to go see Aquaman in the big nice RPX theater, and it fucking blew my dick.
I haven't seen the trailer. That's nasty.
It blew me.
There are people sitting.
Three-headed dragon.
I haven't seen trailer 2. The first trailer, despite us not knowing every fucking monster that came on board and like was showcased in the trailer, it still looked really cool, and the way that it was put together, and I can't wait to see some fucking monsters knock down some shit.
And you got Milli Vanilli in there too. Brightburn, the Man of Steel of the horror universe. What if Superman, literally the Superman from Man of Steel? I mean, it's a direct fucking thing.
Well, even the lettering on the trailer is Man of Steel. Like, yeah.
Number one, it's amazing no one got sued. Number two, to imagine what if he was an evil presence and to just straight up have the balls to do a straight up play on that, I'm excited.
Well, see, that always feels like, it's almost to me like a what if story of a DC kind of thing. Like, what if Superman was evil? What if the power of what he could do got to his head? What if he felt like so different things? Like, you know what, I should rule over these motherfuckers. I got the power to do it. Let's just do it. And he wasn't even from Krypton. He was from Dipton. So obviously, like, they ordered the wrong kid. It was like a fucking knockoff Amazon.
The wrong kid died.
No, shit.
It's like, what's the S stand for? Bloodbath! Welcome to the jungle, baby! You're gonna die!
Stands for suck my hole.
Suck me, beautiful. Next up we got Pet Sematary.
Literally no information. You've got a couple things trickling in, but the trailer or the teaser was it was the most basic teaser ever. Yeah. You got the cat in there, which is great. But I mean, that movie, the original Pet Sematary, scared the fuck out of me. Like, it was creepy as shit. And Zelda, oh my god, I don't like it. She was all like spina biffy it up and like, I was like, oh shit, it's my third grade teacher. But yeah, she was, that thing was scary, dude. That one has the potential to be super fucking scary.
I'm really rooting for this movie because if this is successful, we're going to keep getting more Stephen King adaptations, and that leads us to some scary, good, fun times in our pants.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to it, and John Lithgow is a fucking badass. But one that we've been talking about for fucking years, I think this might have been on our last year's most anticipated list, is Zombieland 2.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson, he was on board with it. I mean, he wants to come back. I think all the cast was going to come back, but it's been stalled for years, and now finally, I guess it's going to be a thing in 2019. So we'll finally get the, sequel to one of the better zombie movies that have ever come out. Like, to me, Shaun of the Dead's the best, but Zombieland 2 is fucking amazing as well. Or Zombieland.
And the rumors are is that Dan Aykroyd's listed in IMDb in the movie, and so is Bill Murray. So there's rumors that there could be another fun Ghostbusters. I don't know how you're going to bring Bill Murray back, but that's a rumor that's going on out there. And they're listed in the IMDb right there. But Woody Harrelson's back. It's finally going to happen. Ruben Fleischer's directing again. And fuck me in the butt, but I thought he did a good damn job with Venom. So I'm excited to see what's going on with that. So this movie, not a lot of people are talking about outside of the horror universe because there's no posters, no trailers, not a lot of stuff going on with it. People inside the horror community are talking about it. It's called Midsommar. I'm probably saying that wrong. It should be Midsummer, but it's Midsommar.
That sounds like the shittiest bar ever. If someone's like, hey, where do you guys want to go? Midsommar? Like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to go to Applebee's.
All the beer's made of grass wheat.
Oh, shit. Do you guys have bathrooms? I'll take a dump in a plant. Whatever, guy blow. But the name's Shiloh, fucking t-shirted ass.
It's directed by Ari Aster, who did Hereditary, which is why people in the horror community are excited about it. It's a follow-up to Hereditary. It's going to star Will Poulter, who was originally going to play.
Is it an actual follow-up? Is it like a sequel?
No, it's not a sequel, but
his follow-up.
Yeah, no. It's the only tie-in it has to Hereditary is, well, the actual IMDb plot states as a young woman reluctantly joins her boyfriend on a summer trip where things quickly go awry.
So it's Scary Moon Zombie meeting Rob Zombie.
Yeah, it's about their love.
Good.
Smoking crack in trailer parks.
Off each other's butts.
Yeah. But if you go a little bit further into the synopsis, it does have some tie-ins to a pagan cult who's at the hands of all the crazy shit this couple's going through. So that's one you gotta pay fucking hardcore attention to based on how scary Hereditary was. And it's ballsy to go back into your follow-up and actually have a pagan cult be tied into that. That's what jacks me to the boobies.
Your titties are hard.
Another one that not a lot of people outside the horror community are talking about is the movie called Crawl. It's scheduled to come out sometime in 2019. We don't know when. Now, there's two things about this. Number one is the director. Number two is the synopsis. The synopsis is a young woman, while attempting to save her father during a Category 5 hurricane, finds herself trapped in a flooding house and must fight for her life against alligators.
Now, going on the synopsis alone, it really doesn't sound like much to me. It sounds like Sharknado or something.
Until you hear who's directing it.
I mean, not Sharknado, but it just feels very cheesy. Like there's going to be giant alligators in the water, and you've got but now it could be very, contained and claustrophobic kind of movie.
It sounds like that, but when you hear who directed it, changes the whole game for me. The director is Alexander Aja. I don't know how he says it or whatever, but the guy who directed High Tension, which is gory and nasty as fuck,
but
and
Piranha
the guy,
3D.
Well, yeah, you gotta throw in Piranha 3D there. But also the Hills Have Eyes remakes, which was relentless, fucking balls to the wall, nasty, gnarly. So you take that kind of director and you put him in a movie where there's going to be alligators trying to eat people in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane, and I think you're going to get some gnarly ass shit.
I mean, it might be great, and it definitely is going to be something that's going to be on our list, but I'm thinking when I hear Crawl, you guys ever seen fucking Son-in-Law? He's like, it's Crawl.
Next up on our list, and some people are going to give us some flack for this, but look, it's official because I put it on Twitter and asked if we could, and 73% of people said yes. Joker. The Joaquin Phoenix, Martin Scorsese produced, Todd Phillips directed Joker movie. And here's the thing, if you look at the still, the one still that we've gotten of him in the makeup, or him just sitting there looking all weird and shit, it has the vibe of Henry, the Portrait of a Serial Killer. It has a vibe of an old school serial killer movie. Couple that with the IMDb synopsis that a failed stand-up comedian is driven insane and becomes a psychopathic murderer. It sounds more like a serial killer biopic than it does a superhero movie.
I think that the fact that they're not even going to tie it into the rest of the DC universe, from what I understand, they're not. It's going to be its own thing. They can do whatever they want with the film, and Joker has always been that character in DC that you could easily make him a horror villain, like just produce like straight horror. A Batman movie taking place in Arkham Asylum could be a horror movie in of itself. Even the comic book I think it's called Arkham, is fucking scary. It's weird as shit, and it's Joker like kind of talking about the madness and where how he gets off on this, and it's fucking. And I think that Joaquin Phoenix is the perfect guy to do this. I mean, he was great. He's great in everything he does. So making it horror related is, I mean, it's an obvious go-to, I think, for a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people are going to give us a lot of flack for it because, again, it could easily be considered a horror movie.
Dude, if a guy's dressed as a fucking clown and murdering people, it's a horror movie. I can't wait for you to see this one.
I don't want to.
The next version of The Grudge, it's just called Grudge, it's 2019. It's originally supposed to be a reboot. There are rumors it's actually going to be a direct follow-up, but this time it's going to be directed by Nicolas Pesce. I don't know how you say his name. But it's the reason I take this seriously, and I don't think it's a Hollywood Rings type cash grab, is because in this director directed a movie called Eyes of My Mother last year, which was fucking fantastic.
I hope the movie is not scary at all.
Also, Lin Shaye's in the movie, John Cho's in the movie, William Sadler's in the movie. It's got an interesting cast, man, and I
can't wait.
I just have a feeling it's going to be good.
I can't wait to read about it on Wikipedia.
You're going to see it.
I'm not.
For some reason, guys, just to give you some backstory, Jay is scared to death of that little shiny boy who
I'm not scared.
Chevelle screams backwards.
I'm not scared of the fucking kid. I hope a fucking dick is lodged in your mouth for the rest of your day.
That's what it sounds like when I come.
It's not. That's the disgusting fuck. No, it's not the little boy. It's the girl. It's not. I don't get like that meowing kid. I just drop kick that motherfucker. It's like when she goes, and then, God damn it! And then like I don't know. You know what? I could be like solid as fuck. Bruce Campbell out like goddamn bandoliers, 2 shotguns, and that bitch walked down the step like ha ha.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna pay my own money to. Can I join our own Patreon?
Dude, I'm gonna have PTSD.
I'm gonna join our own Patreon and force you to do a live commentary of Terrified on Shudder. That movie would that movie is built to fucking ruin your mind.
Well,
I know what scares you.
I don't want to be ruined
with that fucking herky jerky, and it's fucking all.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: a failed YouTuber watches a scary movie and becomes a psychopathic killer.
Next up on our list is, and I know you're jacked about this one too, is Spawn. Spawn, Blumhouse is producing it, which is a fucking genius idea. Dude, Todd McFarlane has been complaining and bitching and fighting to get this movie made with his heart and soul for so many fucking years, and we've all been waiting for so long. Jamie Foxx was recently cast to play the titular character.
Well, you know what really sucks about this is Michael Jai White was actually a really good Spawn. Back in the mid-90s when Spawn came out with Todd McFarlane, Todd McFarlane was really trying his best to make a good, solid Spawn movie, but now, unfortunately, Todd McFarlane didn't really understand how cinema works and how studios work and how they get their fat greedy fingers in everything, and they were trying to make, he's like, there's 3 strikes in Hollywood. He's like, Guys from Hell, bam, immediate red flag. He's an ex-military convict, or not convict, but an ex-military sniper, bam. He makes a deal with the devil, bam, 3 strikes right there. So he's like, they were trying to make it where I had to water down everything to get it to the theaters, because otherwise it would never have got to the theater. So he got that PG-13 bullshit that came out, then the rated R unrated version, but still, it just wasn't like, the studio really wasn't behind it, and like that was in a really dark time for comic book movies, because a lot of people were like, oh, well, comic book movies, they're jokes. They're like, because Street Fighter came out, Mortal Kombat came out around that time. They were like, oh, these are quick cash grabs on a popular video game title or a comic book. Let's make... Todd McFarlane has always been behind this movie, and there was a few years ago, I remember that YouTube video coming out about Spawn, where it was in the gas station stuff, and he's just like an entity. And that's what Todd McFarlane said, like, he's like, Spawn is a hero in a way, but he's an anti-hero. He's like, he doesn't really give a shit about the good side of things or the bad side of things. He's just trying to survive. He's more like a boogeyman type of fairy tale or an urban legend. And that's what he wants. Keep him in the shadows. Dude, I can't fucking wait.
And look, if you can flip
because this will be the first time, if a horror movie, like besides Brightburn, this will be the first time, really, when was the last time that they had a movie that's horror that's a superhero?
Yeah, Blade would be the closest thing.
Blade's closest, yeah.
But, and if you could do it with Venom, why can't you do it with this? But the wheels are still turning very slowly, so a part of me seriously doubts we'll get this in 2019, but if we do, it'd be fucking amazing.
I want like a Spawn movie where he's like the hero stuff, but I want it to be like gritty and nasty, like The Crow. The Crow would be close to horror, but make it like The Crow mixed with Hellraiser. Yeah. Like, make it like fucked up, and you're like, shit! But I'm still behind it.
I want that shit!
You're not gonna get that on your Hardy's Cup collector's editions, but still be great.
A big one, man. Scary stories to tell in the dark.
That scared the shit out of me in school.
Like, books are fucking nuts.
They are scary, and those were designed for like kids to read. Like, and I remember checking them out at the library at school and going home like, what the fuck? I guess I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight.
The scariest one is the one about the spiders, where it lays eggs inside of her, and then the spiders and thousands of fucking spiders. The imagery in those books and the way they were drawn with like a pencil, it looked like it was fucking broken. Like, dude, just the way those looked.
It looks like
it looks scary as fuck.
It looks like Marilyn Manson illustrated the fucking thing.
If you guys can take the spirit of the photos and make a movie out of that, I hope. But the biggest pitfall they have is if they try to make this a Goosebumpsy type thing,
dude, I think
it's gonna fucking suck.
If they make it, well,
it's scary.
It's kind of like you guys remember The Witches, the movie that was designed for kids, but is really one of the scariest movies you can see. It's kind of like that. The novels are like that. I think if you take the movie, you make it fucking rated R, you make it scary for adults.
I think
you bring in Marilyn Manson to do like some fucking like sweet dreams are made of this.
Yeah,
like I'll be like, oh, I know it was used
make it
in House on Haunted
appallingly
Hill.
dark.
Yeah,
like fucking go full fledged with that shit. Because everybody who grew up on those books is an adult now. We can take it.
Do like a VHS style telling of it.
Yeah, to get nasty with that shit, man. So that's one of the biggest ones. Are You Afraid of the Dark? To follow up on that. Now, Are You Afraid of the Dark? This movie, when it comes out, I feel like they can go a little bit. They don't have to go full on dark horror. I would love to see it be rated R, but I feel like they could walk that line and they could make this PG-13 and be fun and still be a good horror movie.
Make it above Goosebumps. Don't go like a little above Goosebumps. Don't make it like too corny and too childish.
I would say push that line.
Make it like Monster Squad, like right there in the middle where it's kind of like PG-13 material. And then because I just want to say, submit it for your approval of the Midnight Society. I call this tale a good remake.
Lastly, not actually lastly, because the other ones mentioned too, but Glass, which is coming out soon. We're all jacked about that for obvious fucking reasons. I can't wait to see. I don't know how many horror elements are going to be in this one. This seems like more of a superhero movie.
Well, Split was, but he's not.
Yeah, this seems more of a superhero movie than it does horror for either both Unbreakable and.
You want to see the Beast?
See the Beast? With my headphones.
He's coming for you guys real soon. Kanye West, my main man.
But some other ones that were mentioned really, really quickly that maybe not as excited for the other ones. Child's Play is a big one, but the way they did it makes me feel gross about it. But it is a big one. It is anticipated. The New Mutants got pushed back so many times. But
it looked amazing. The trailer looks great, but
it still does look amazing. Happy Death Day 2.
I gotta see the first one.
I got a bad feeling. You haven't seen the first one yet? Oh my god, the first one's pretty fun. I got a weird feeling about the second one though. It doesn't seem like they are excited about it, which actually scares me a little bit. But yeah, guys. So and there's a movie called The Intruder that I want to mention.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is that? That's like me trying to hit up somebody on a DM. Like, hey, excuse me, you're hot.
But there's this movie out there called The Intruder that nobody's talking about. The trailer's already out for it. It's more of a drama, home invasion type of thriller. But it's this couple who moves into a house, and Dennis Quaid has lived there his entire life, and he's in love with the house, and he stalks them, and he's like this weird Sling Blade type character. And I'm telling you, man, I know that nobody thinks this is gonna be good, but I watched the trailer, and just to see Dennis Quaid as a fucking slasher, it was badass. So I'm excited as shit about that, so I had to throw it out there. And also, Blumhouse has an unknown horror movie scheduled for October the 18th. Halloween came out October 19th. This is not going to be a Halloween sequel. If it did, I would shit my pants and call myself Greg for the rest of the year. But
okay, Gregory.
But I'm still Blumhouse horror's fun shit. I'm excited to see what's there. So
you gotta shit your pants live.
Is our there's also The Curse of La Lorna, which actually was
I did see. Yeah, there was I heard some stuff about that.
The Prodigy is a movie that just had a trailer drop that looks pretty good. But yeah, guys, those are the movies we're most excited about, most jacked to the tits about in 2019. I just want to say you guys made this past year amazing for us.
Fucking awesome.
And it was our best year ever as a channel, and we hope that 2019 is even better. And more importantly, we hope it's even better for you guys. So
we're gonna bring the dynamite, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's blow the. You know what? Everything they have built, we'll tear it down.
Yeah, we'll be out in the van picking each other's butt.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
With your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. It gets goddamn wham opinion.
Hey, come here. You guys want to get lit and jump off your dad's roof?
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.